All right, welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us for this Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. If both of these offenses, and I'm talking more a little bit about the Texans, if both of these offenses can show up, boy, we're going to have a flipping game, man. So both of these defenses are solid, very solid. I think Detroit is obviously. I've talked about them. If you've seen the power ranking video that I've had, to me they are the most complete team in the NFL. Defensively, special teams, offensively, there's not much of a weakness necessarily. You can talk about that Jared Goff is not the most elite quarterback, this or that. You can say that their running backs are, sometimes they don't always explode for the big, 120, 150 games. But, I mean, it's a two-back system. You're not going to get those games a whole lot anyway. And then on top of that, you could say that their defense might give up a few runs here and there, maybe a big explosive play there. But, I mean, this is the NFL, man. You're going to give up those plays no matter what. But it's what you do. Can you create turnovers? Can you get to the ball carrier? Can you force your team to just will and grind away teams? And that's what this Detroit Lions team does. But on top of that, you get the Houston Texans. They can put up sacks in very quick succession. They can take the ball away. They got playmakers on defense. And that offense, when they are healthy, which has been a big issue for them, can be explosive. We saw that last year. We saw that a little bit early in the season, but then the injuries started to pile up. Nico Collins and things like that, but they're going to get him back in this game. So it's going to be a big matchup. Hopefully, the returning Nico Collins is going to be able to spark something going that'll maybe take some pressure off of CJ Stroud. On top of that, they'll be able to get Joe Mixon a little bit more space. The defense won't be able to just converge on him and just force these receivers to basically take the load and try to get the ball down the field. So hopefully this team will be a little bit more balanced on offense with the returning Collins. And we're going to see in just a few minutes. But let me know what you think. Who do you have? I have Detroit winning this one. But let me know what you think. Give me a reason why. Who do you think? Give me a prediction. Who's going to have a big game that maybe not everybody's talking about? One of the tight ends? It's very possible. Or maybe one of those Detroit running backs finally has a big, massive game. Maybe one of them goes off for about $1.45. Let me know, because we're about to start out on Sunday night, baby. I love it. All right, while we're waiting, let's break down a little bit of some of the games that have already passed here. We're not going to break them all in detail. We'll talk about those kind of during predictions and things like that. But very quickly, let's talk about some scores here. So we saw the Giants and Panthers. Panthers coming away with an overtime victory over there in Munich, Germany, 22-17, sorry. The Patriots beating down the Bears 19-3. So at least the Bears are losing. We got Buffalo Bills coming away with a 30-20 victory over Joe Flacco and the Indianapolis Colts. The Chiefs coming away with a freaking victory against the Broncos. Broncos had a chance to win this game with a last-second field goal. It was blocked, and at the end of the day, it was a 14-16 loss for the Broncos, and the Chiefs are now 9-0, 8 games away from a perfect regular season. And then we got the Saints, who fired Dennis Allen early in the week, and they were able to get a victory 20-17 over the Atlanta Falcons. So firing your head coach, guess it works everywhere except for New York. And we'll talk about the Jets here in a little bit. San Francisco with Christian McCaffrey coming back, rushing for a little over 100, rushing and receiving, a little over 100 yards from McCaffrey on his first game back from injury. They won 23-20 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we saw the Steelers take on the Washington Commanders. It was going back and forth, but at the end of the day, the veteran leadership on both sides of the ball for the Steelers, as well as their coaching, I think got them over the hump. 28-17 victory over the Washington Commanders. Then we had a 12-7 victory for the Minnesota Vikings. They are now on a 2-game winning streak after going 5-0, losing 2 straight. Now they are 7-2. They are looking solid right now. That offense is not as explosive as it should be, which, once again, looking at the power rankings, you'll see why. And then we got the Chargers beating the Tennessee Titans 27-17. The Philadelphia Eagles absolutely spanking the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry's World 34-6. We will see if McCarthy is still the head coach in a couple days. And then finally, we had the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. The Jets needing a win, 3-6, trying to save their season, very similar to the Cowboys. And what happens? They get absolutely routed by the Arizona Cardinals, 31-6. New York dropping to 3-7 on the year. And that is the wrap up for Sunday. And the kickoff is up in the air. It's going to be caught 2 yards in, and it'll be down Detroit. We'll start with the ball at the 30. We got David Montgomery, Jamison Williams, Amon St. Brown, Tim Patrick, Sam Laporta, Dan Skipper, left tackle, Graham Glasgow, wow, Devin Salter, and Penny Swell. Or to properly say it, Penny Swell. There you go. 1st and 10. Glasgow really messed me up, man. Jared Goff tried to throw it, and he is going to be incomplete. Coverage was really tight, and he just decided to throw that into the ground. Six-game win streak, 83% completion percentage for Jared Goff. Freaking wild, man. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers bunched up on the right side. Goff in the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it'll be good for about 5 yards. And that is Jahmyr Gibbs with the carry. The Houston Texans are going to be without Will Anderson in this game. So big playmaker on that defensive side. It's going to be a little end around here with St. Brown, and he's going to get a gain of about 7. That is a first down for the Detroit Lions. That was a wild play right there. So they had their running back basically run. Basically, if he was running a screen, then they had Jared Goff run right behind him, almost like it was going to be an option. Instead, Goff just pitches it to St. Brown, who was actually coming underneath, and got it in between the tackle and the left guard. 1st and 10, ball at the 42. Fullback in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the left. And David Montgomery is going to be good for about 4 yards. All right, single back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Goff under center. Play action. Going to try to get it to Jamison Williams, who is going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage. There is a flag on the field. I think is that an eligible man downfield? It is. All right. 2nd and 11. Quick throw, and it's going to be intercepted. It got popped up at the line of scrimmage, and we got ourselves a game. That is Jimmy Ward with the interception. And that was number 5, Petre. I think that's the safety there. He was going in on a blitz. Saw Goff was trying to get it out quickly. Jumped up in the air, batted the ball up, and Jimmy Ward able to get underneath it for the pick. And that is how this team, this Houston Texans team, like I said, they get turnovers, they get sacks. This team is not down and out. And we are going to see the Houston Texans offense take the field here. And it's going to be a short field. Also, that helmet on the Houston Texans, chef's kiss. Receiver in motion to the right. Shotgun, another receiver to the right. And it's going to be a handoff to the left. And Joe Mixon is good for about 1.5 yards. All right, 2nd and 8, ball at the 31. Single back in the backfield. Stroud under center, tight end in motion to the right. It's going to be a toss to the right, and Mixon unable to get any positive yardage. It looks like he's going to lose 2 yards on the play. And of course, one of the best players, in my opinion, one of the best young players in the NFL, Brian Branch, cutting, knifing in there, even with a guy draped on him, able to get Joe Mixon down for a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 10. Shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, and he finds one of his receivers for a gain of about 13. That is a first down for the Houston Texans. And that is Tank Dell. Was in motion, slotted inside. Just a nice little inside route. All right. Stroud under center, single back in the backfield, receiver in motion, and it's going to be up the middle. Gain of about 2.5 for Joe Mixon. Dude, my hair is all jacked up right now. Sorry. 2nd and 8, ball at the 18-yard line. Tight end in motion, single back in the backfield, Stroud under center. It's going to be a handoff. Mixon making unable to make a man miss, trying to reverse field, and it just makes it worse. And that's going to be a big loss. All the way back at the 26. Who was that? Carlton Davis. Wasn't able to tackle him, but he was able to waste enough time and spun him around for just a few seconds. Just enough time for basically the entire Lions defense able to rally. Yeah, that was a loss of 8 yards, so 3rd and 16. Stroud, and he finds his man open, and it's going to be a first down. It is Mechie, who was wide open down the left sideline. He was about 5 yards short when he caught the ball, but there was so much space and just enough to get the first down. All right, Stroud under center, tight end in motion to the left. Now to the right. Fakes the handoff, throws it to his tight end, who is going to be unable to break the tackle. That was for Stover, but it was a gain of about 2.5. And the Texans are making a meal out of this short yardage. That is Cave Stover, the rookie 4th-round draft pick out of Ohio State. Or as some guys like to call it, the Ohio State University. And Houston is going to burn one of their timeouts here. All right, 2nd and goal, ball at the 8. Mixon in motion. He's going to be going on an end around, and that is a touchdown for the Houston Texans on the left sideline. And nice little muscle touchdown there, man. Mixon meeting the defender right at the goal line and just lowering a shoulder. That is something you do not see often against the Detroit Lions. Bam. Oh, some power on that one. Nope. And the kick is up, and it is good. And we got ourselves a 7-0 game here. Houston able to capitalize on the interception. So if I know there's one team in the NFL that's going to be able to respond pretty quickly, it's going to be the Detroit Lions, man. All right. We are back, and the Houston Texans kick it off to the Lions. It'll be down in the end zone. Detroit will start with the ball again at the 30. All right, we got first and 10, single back in the backfield, two receivers to the left. St. Brown in the slot. And Williams in motion to the right, and it'll be a run up the middle. And it's going to be, is it a flag? Apparently not. Thought he brought him down by his face mask. Second down. Fakes the handoff. Goff looking, throwing it deep down the field, and it's nearly intercepted. Ooh. Stingley, man. Nearly. I don't even think you can call that undercutting the route. He just jumped higher than the receiver. It literally, he had it in his hands, just unable to corral it. Either way, if he was not there, that was going to be a potential touchdown, because he was throwing it to Jamison Williams, who is one of the fastest human beings on the field right now. So 4 receiver set. Goff dropping back, has a little bit of pressure, and there's a flag on the field. I was about to say Goff is about to get just destroyed here. And that's going to be a delay of game. So move move Detroit back 5 yards. All right, 4 receivers set here. St. Brown in the slot to the right. Goff looking. He's got a little bit of time. He's going to have to dump it down to his tight end, Sam Laporta, who is going to be 6 or 7 yards shy of the first down. And it's going to be a nice return by Houston. It's going to be very close to the 45. 6:22 left in the first quarter. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 43. Houston gets the ball out quickly down to the 49. That is Tank Dell with a nice quick out on the right side. Receiver in motion to the left, single back in the backfield. Stroud getting it to his receiver. That is Tank Dell again. This time running across the field from the right to the left. Nice little shallow cross, and that is a first down. Nice little play action. And was able to get the ball around the 40 of Detroit. So 1st and 10, ball at the 41. Single back in the backfield, 2 receivers tight to the formation on the right side. Handoff up the middle. Nixon is going to be able to get it to the 39, gain of 2. Carlton Davis doing a good job, man, one-on-one. Able to bring down Mixon. Second and 9. Quick throw, screen, getting it to Joe Mixon. He has blockers down to the 30, 25, 20, going across the field, 15, 10, 5, and he's taken down at about the 3-yard line. Big catch and run by Joe Mixon. Joe started on the right side of the formation, went to the left on the screen, and then just reversed field across to the right. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3-yard line, and Mixon able to get it to about the 1.5-yard line, but there is a flag on the field. And it's going to be holding on the Texans, so move them back. Move them back. First and goal, ball at the 13. It's going to be a run up the middle with Joe, and he's going to be good for about 2 yards. We have a Houston Texan offensive lineman. That's Laramie Tunsil. He's on the ground, walking gingerly off the field. Let's check it out. Yep, he just got somebody got Brian Branch, who fell right on that that right ankle of his. So they're going to bring in the rookie 2nd-round pick out of Notre Dame, Blake Fisher, to take over at left tackle. 2nd and goal, 2 receivers stacked up on the left. Stroud looking, trying to do a jump ball to Mixon, and it's going to go nowhere. All right, we got third and goal here. Ball at the 11. Empty set. Houston looking. He's going to be able to scramble, rolling out, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. So Houston's going to have to settle for the field goal here. And that was number 41, James Houston the fourth. Making a nice play on C.J. Stroud. Kick is up, and it's good. Houston now has a 10-point lead here. That's funny. Some fans had looks like a homemade flag with Jack Campbell on a Campbell's like soup, and it's saying uh, kneecap eating, and of course there's a Green Bay Packer player's leg about to get chomped on by Dan Campbell. I like that the Lions keep thinking of us, even though we barely think of them. It's nice to know that we're even though we're not leading the division leader still thinks about us. That's how dominant the Green Bay Packers have been over the last 30 plus years. All right, first and 10. St. Brown alone to the left. Shotgun. Delay. It's going to be throwing it. It's going to have to roll to his right, being pursued, and it'll be thrown out of bounds. Second and 10. Houston is doing a phenomenal job right now in coverage. You can tell Goff does not have anybody to throw to, or at least he doesn't have anybody that he likes. All right, we got a bunch formation here. Under center, single back in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to the left, and Jameer Gibbs is going to stiff arm somebody else. He's going to keep on running backwards for some reason, and he's going to lose an extra few yards. Instead of just losing 2, he's going to lose about 5, maybe 6. Yeah, he was stopped up at about the 28. So, yeah, it'll be 3rd and 16 now after a loss of 6 on the play. Receiver in motion. Goff throwing it deep down the field, and it's going to be caught. It was bobbled at first, and that is Jamison Williams with a huge gain all the way down to the 47-yard line. And that was nearly 25 yards through the air. I think it was around 21 to 22 yards. Quick throw and breaking the tackle. Jameer Gibbs stays on his feet. It's going to be a gain of 5 or 6 there. And a nice little swing pass to the right. Right, we got 2nd and 6. All right, 2nd and 6, ball at the 49 of Houston. Receiver in motion to the left, run up the middle, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. So far, I like how physical Houston has been in this game, offensively and defensively. There's not many teams that can really match up physically with Detroit. All right, we got 3rd and 6. Jamison Williams in motion to the left. Watch out for Williams or St. Brown. Those are his top targets, and it's going to be Williams on a nice little inside route. It's going to be a gain of 13. That'll be a first down for Detroit. Hand off to the right. It's going to be able to get about 5 yards by Jahmyr Gibbs. Second and 4. St. Brown in motion to the right. It's going to be another run up the middle and a gain of about 2. All right, we got 3rd and a very long 1. Goff gonna run for it. It's gonna get the first down. Just enough. And the Lions keep on keeping on here. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 25. Shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to the left. And Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get to the 20, gain of 5 on the play. All right, man. Detroit slowing it down. Just grinding away yardage. First downs. They're going to play this game at their own speed. Three receivers on the right side. Tight end tight to the line. Fakes the handoff. Goff rolling to his right, throwing it over the top. And that is a touchdown for Sam Laporta. And Detroit is on the board for the first time tonight. 11 plays, 70 yards, over 6 minutes. Very patient, lulling that defense to sleep a little bit. And then, bam, play action, play down the field, throw down the field. Extra point is good. We got a 3-point game here. Just a great strike there to Laporta, just running basically a corner route. And the kickoff by the Texans is going to be out the back of the end zone, and Houston will start with the ball here. All right, 1st and 10, single back in the backfield. It's going to be a nice little end around here. It's going to go not so well. He cuts it inside, and they luckily only lose about 5 yards on the play. Yeah, Houston is getting a little too cute here. This game will decide if the Packers won the bye week or not. That's true, man. That is very true. And CJ Stroud looking down the field, throwing it deep to the left, wide open, and it's going to be pass interference. And Houston will get a 1st down, and yeah, that corner panic there. But no, I agree with you. And yeah, man, the Bears lost. The Vikings did win, but they are not looking good. And yeah, man, it's gonna be very, very interesting how this game goes. Because like I said, Detroit, I think they're the best team, or at least the most complete team in the NFL. But They are beatable. Everybody is. I think one of the biggest things is you gotta be able to match their physicalness at least partially, and then on top of that, you gotta be able to kind of outsmart them on defense, especially because they get very very cute and very creative on offensively. And it's gonna be a run up the middle with Joe Mixon, no gain on the play. Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, no, it's well, the Packers are 6-3 right now, and Detroit is what 7-1. So yeah, they gotta lose tonight, and then I think when we face them the next 2 or 3 weeks, we gotta go into Detroit and gotta beat them, kind of like we did last year. Last year they came into Lambeau, just smacked us around, but then on Thanksgiving night, man, we came in there and we put it to them. So Detroit's gotta, and it's gonna be a throw to the left and incomplete. Brian Branch with the great coverage there. But yeah, Green Bay they gotta get healthy and they gotta make sure that when they face this team, man, you gotta be physical. None of that, finesse stuff. And Green Bay has always been a finesse team, even when they were in the '90s, early 2000s. They've always been a quarterback finesse team, but they gotta be willing to be physical. They have the tools. They got a physical tight end, they got a physical running back, and they got a pretty good offensive line, in my opinion. Hopefully McKinnick gets to pick off. Absolutely, man. X gonna give it to you, man. And it's gonna be a run, and it goes absolutely nowhere. On 3rd and 10, Houston just basically punting on that third down play. No, man, Xavier, man, he's been phenomenal, man. Even though his picks obviously have gone down, like you can tell, the middle of the field when he's back there, very very difficult to throw against him. The Packers haven't had a safety like that since Nick Collins, and that was a long time ago, man. That was back. The last time he played was in 2011, and he only played 2 games that year. So it's been a long time since the Packers had a guy that can really kind of roam. I don't want to say sideline to sideline, but basically sideline to sideline. And the kick from 56, Fairbairn making that bad boy all the way down. Holy cow. It's a heck of a kick, 56 yards. And Houston is able to stretch this lead just a little bit to 6. But AKF, man, what's how long you been a Packer fan, man? Or are you a Packer fan? I'm assuming at least. Oh, absolutely, man. Jair, he's man, it's one of those things where there are times where Jair he looks like the guy that we're the that we paid to be the top corner in the NFL, and then there are times where even when he's healthy, he's just gets beat, and that's kind of the life of a corner, especially a guy like Jair who is willing to take risks and is very physical. But he's also a small guy. He's not, it's not like Richard Sherman where it's like his physicality he can kind of bump you off. Jair is like a small guy, but he plays very aggressively. But yeah, I agree with you, man. He's got to stay healthy, and he's got to play better too. He's got to be a little bit more consistent. That's the thing with Jair. Like I would say, in his third or fourth year, he was looking good. Now the last two, whether it's because of injury or something else, he's always just been kind of up or down. So to me, Jair just needs to work on being consistently available and just being consistent. If he can only give us, top 10 corner instead of top 5 corner, I'll take that. But there are some times where he looks like a top 3 corner or top 5, and then there are some where I'm like, I don't know, maybe we should have put Nixon back there. But yeah, I would really like to see the Packers this next coming draft really hit the corner position. I think I don't want to say they've fixed their safeties, because you never know. Injuries happen all the time. You always need depth. But that secondary definitely needs more depth. Needs to be a little bit rejuvenated at the corner position. Nixon is solid, but he's not amazing. But, and it's going to be a handoff. David Montgomery, and he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. I know it's far away, but I hope the backdraft. Okay. What school does Brown go to? Here, I'm gonna look it up too. We got 2nd and 10. Goff in the shotgun. St. Brown in motion to the left. And it's going to be thrown over the middle, incomplete. Oh, yeah, sorry, you said Kentucky. My goodness. Yep, Kentucky. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is, man. There we go. Holy cow, yeah. Okay, 6'1", a buck 82. Yeah, Kentucky, they always, their receivers are very versatile guys, man. They like to use their guys in a lot of different ways. So 1st and 10 here. Goff looking. It's going to be sacked. That's a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by Houston. That is a strip sack recovered by the Texans. That is their second turnover of this game. So naturally, Valentine. Hey, man. Hey, that's all right, dude. For how much we all pay for college, at least when I went to college, I mean, I can only imagine what the price is now. I would be a fan of my college too. I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to get my money's worth out of this. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with being biased, man. You pay for it. But yeah, man, no, Valentine was his rookie season. I think, it was not, all rookie, all pro, things like that, but he was darn good, man. Great value for where they drafted him. Receiver in motion to the left. They're going to get it to Tank Dell here. He's going to reverse field, and he's going to be good for about a yard. And I feel like Valentine is still having a pretty solid season, too. He was injured kind of I would say the first couple weeks, you could tell. I think he missed maybe 2 games, but he's been consistent, man. He's been healthy. He's rarely ever just letting guys loose. He usually is pretty physical, and he always has some decent coverage. 2nd and 9. CJ Stroud in the shotgun, gets it out to his receiver, and it'll be a first down for the Texans. That is Hutchinson. Yeah, man. And, to be honest with you, man, man, Brian Branch, dude. I know the Packers had a chance to draft him. I think it was they traded down with the the Lions, and then I think they traded down one more time with the Buccaneers. But when trading down, they were able to pick up Wicks, Jaden Reed, and I think they were able to pick up Carl Brooks. So three solid players for giving up Branch. I know it's tough, man, but yeah, but Branch, yeah, you can tell he's still thinking about that ejection. And it was a throw over the middle, gain of 9 for the Texans here. And it's going to be a run up the middle, and that is a first down, gain of about 5 by Joe Mixon. Yeah, 37. It always reminded me of what's it called? Sam Shields back in the day. That's still in my head when I think of 37. I think of Sam Shields. And but yeah, 24 is always a solid cornerback number, man. Was that his number back in college? First and 10, toss to the right. Mixon gonna cut it upfield and gonna get really close to the line of scrimmage. 14. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I think Randall Cobb was also out of Kentucky as well. If I'm remembering correctly. Takes the snap. Stroud looking, has a little bit of time, and it's going to be hit as he throws. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Texans here. Kobe. Okay, yeah. 24, 24, yeah. Shout out to the moms out there. Shout out to the moms. Yeah, there you go, man. Kabi, man. It's going to be taking the snap. Stroud rolling, throwing it down, and it'll be incomplete. Hit his receiver in that back of the end zone. Woods just unable to haul it in. Still is. She still is. Right on. But yeah, man, Kabi, dude, he was so dang good when he was a Packer, and he was pretty darn good as a Kentucky Wildcat, right? I might be getting that wrong, but but yeah, I remember his career started out. He was like basically a quarterback, right? Because I know he played QB for a bit early in his career there before he transitioned fully to wideout. And the kick is up, and it is good for the Houston Texans. There we go. All right. And Houston makes it a 2 possession game, up by 9 here in the second quarter. And speaking of the Wildcats, man, there was a receiver, I think it was like 2, maybe 3 years ago, that I was hoping the Packers would draft. I was hoping he would be available in the fourth, but I think he got drafted in the third. Wandell Robinson. He got drafted by the Giants. And I remember that kid, man. He was exciting, man. I remember I watched a Kentucky game. I think it was his last year there. And, dude, he was just so dang fast, so quick. He's one of those guys that when you get the ball in his hands, you know there's a good chance he's going to be able to break it off for a decent gain. And I was hoping Green Bay would get him, but I think he just got drafted a little too high for them, especially because he's a smaller frame guy, smaller guy. But dang, dude, he is good. And I'm hoping, I was hoping that the Packers at some point would be able to trade for him this year. You know, give give the Giants maybe like a 6th-round draft pick, but didn't happen. All right, we got the kickoff here. Detroit will get the ball in the end zone, and it'll take it to the 30 there. So Barion Brown. I'm going to keep my eye on that guy now that you mention him. I don't know if he'll declare for the draft this year because I think he's only going to be 21. It's going to be a run up the middle, and David Montgomery is good for about 1.5 yards. Laporta in motion to the left. Goff under center, single back in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Quick throw. And it's going to be incomplete there. Goff needing to just get rid of that one. He's about to get smacked. He dunked it right off of Laporta's helmet there. So 3rd and 8 here, trying to get the ball to the 40. Houston playing some tight coverage, and it'll be incomplete. This Detroit offense is struggling. Chris Lasso, what's going on? I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing well, man. Just watching some football today, the 3rd game of the day. But how you doing, man? Hope your weekend's going well, man. The punt is away. Houston will get it at the 22. They're going to return it down to the 30, and he's going to be upended at the 33. That was a heck of a tackle by Vakai. Vaki. That tackle kind of reminded me of the. I don't know if you guys ever played this, but it was on the Nintendo 64, and it was a Blitz 2000. You know when That's what that tackle reminded me of. You just basically barrel through a guy and just drive him into the ground. All right, we got 3:15 left in the second quarter. Got Joe Mixon throwing some things, smacking the benches, frustrated. Hasn't been able to find a whole lot of room to run. He's got 44 yards receiving, though, and rushing touchdown. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 33. Stroud under center, single back in the backfield. Play action. Stroud gonna be incomplete there. I was gonna say, I was like, it might be picked up, but I don't think so. Right now, this front. Ooh, actually, there might be a sack. That is a sack. His knee was down, so. I was going to say he threw that very late, but I was like, oh, maybe he kept his knee up. So, Houston, over the last couple drives, man, they have made it difficult on themselves. Especially on first down. It's either penalties, bad plays, that end around that lost them about 5 or 6 yards. Now a 12-yard sack here. It's going to be a run up the middle and nothing on that one. Gain of 1, maybe 2. Clock is under 3 minutes, keeps on rolling. Detroit does have all 3 of their timeouts, so they can stop the clock before it hits the 2-minute warning. All right, we got 3rd and 21, ball at the 22. Tight end in motion to the left. 3 receivers on the left side now. Quick throw, and it'll be swallowed up right away. Loss of about 3 on that one. So right now, the front 7, and honestly the whole defense of Detroit right now, but especially the front 7, they are not allowing any runs, And when they do try to pass, the pressure is getting there very quickly. That's why Houston is feeling like they need to just throw these little bubble screens, those quick outs. And those are not even going for any kind of yardage, really, more than just like 2 or 3 yards at a time, if that. His Detroit defense, man, pinning their ears back and they're going for it. All right, we're at the 2 minute warning here, and Houston's going to punt this ball away. Great punt, going to get it at the 20, and Houston takes him down at about the 21. Hell of a punt and great coverage. Is that the Holman that I'm thinking of? Because if that is a former Green Bay Packer. All is well, my brother. Oh, man, that stinks, man. But hey, man, making some money, man. Making some money. So can't be too bad. Crazy. Let's see here. Trying to think. The Jets lost again, so their season is probably done at 3-7. Let's see here. 1st and 10 here. Fakes the handoff right up to the left, and it's going to be a gain of 2 down to the 20. I'm trying to think here. Steelers and Commanders, man, that was a great game. A lot of back and forth. Ended 28-17. 18-27. 28-27. My goodness. Steelers got a big victory, man, coming back. Russell Wilson, 3 touchdowns. 2nd and 9 here for the Lions. 2 receivers stacked up on the right side. It's going to be another run. Only a gain of 1 for the Lions. And then, unfortunately, the Cowboys, man, with Dak Prescott out likely for the year, they ended up going to Trey Lance for the back half of that game and did not go well, man. They lost 34-6 to the Philadelphia Eagles, and I don't know, man, it was a beatdown. They were at home. That you can tell from like the second quarter, midway through the second quarter, the fans were just not having it, man. There was a lot of boos, a lot of stuff, man. It was very not positive for the Cowboys fans today, and I don't know, man. McCarthy might get fired. We'll see. So you might look out for that because it was not a pretty sight at home. It'll be 3rd and 8, ball at the 21. Shotgun throw over the middle and incomplete, trying to get it to Sam Laporta. Dang, dude, this Houston defense, man, they are putting the screws to this Lions offense, man. It is something that you have rarely seen. The last time this team played this inconsistent offensively was against the Buccaneers, and they lost that game. Punt is away. This is another great punt inside the 20. It's going to be a decent return down to the 30, down to the 33. He might, man. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. I don't think Jerry's going to settle, man. He loves that team far too much. I don't think that's going to be a possibility until, be a little morbid, but until he passes away, man. Jerry's an old guy, man. He's up there in age, but yeah, no, Jerry, he loves that team way too much, and I think on top of that whole stadium that they just invested in, granted it's like a 12 years old at this point, but all right, we got a 1st and 10. Houston in the shotgun. They might throw it down the field. They do. It's going to be a gain of about 8 or 9 there for Houston. Clock is rolling. It's going to be under 40 seconds after the snap here. Ball at the 43, down the middle to the 40, to the 35, 30 down at the 32. Houston will have to use a timeout here, and they do. Houston throwing that ball right over the middle. Perfect window in between the two linebackers. Mechie, who has had a pretty solid game thus far. He's made some big plays. Able to get the ball roughly to the 32. But yeah, man, what else here? Let's kind of think of what games I was kind of just keeping my eye on. So we got a receiver in motion to the right, 1st and 10, ball at the 32. Houston looking, throwing it down the field, gets it to the 15. That is Dalton Schultz with a nice catch and going out of bounds, stopping the clock at 25 seconds. Oh, yeah, man. Denver, one kick away from beating the Chiefs. And, of course, it's blocked. The last second field goal just could not get it going. So, KC moving on to 9-0. That was a big one. And it's going to be throwing it to the end zone, out of bounds. 20 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 10. Houston trying to put some more points on the board here. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Tampa and San Francisco, 23-20. Thank you for reminding me on that one. Yeah, man, that was a close one. And I was hoping Tampa would get the win here, not just because One, it would help out the Packers, in my opinion. The last thing we want to see is the 49ers in the playoffs. But I like that Tampa team, man. They're scrappy. I like their coaches. I like their players. I want to see Baker Mayfield be successful. It's going to be a quick throw, and Tank Dell unable to hold on to the ball. It would have made it 3rd and about 2. But yeah, man, Baker, I think he threw just 1 touchdown, but no picks. And obviously the big story was the 49ers getting McCaffrey back. He didn't have a massive game, but he did have over 100 total offensive yards. I think it was like around 107 to be exact. So 3rd and 10 for Houston. Going to be throwing it over the middle. Touchdown. Houston Texans. Is that it? And that is Mechie. Jeez. 6 plays, 66 yards, just 42 seconds. Come on. There we go. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Houston Texans, man, they have jumped on top of this Detroit team 23-7. And it was not bad coverage there by Detroit. Just a heck of a play on the ball by Mechie, just keeping his concentration and keeping some strong hands there, man. But Chris, how's your week been, man? Are you looking forward to any games next week? Because I know the Dolphins, they play next week, right? They had a bye this week. At least I think. I might be wrong. Hold on. No. They play tomorrow. They play tomorrow. My bad. They're the Monday night game. Kick is up, and Detroit will take the knee. And that was Mechie's first career touchdown. Nice little congratulations to that young man, dude. He's been playing pretty well today. 3 catches, 49 yards. Detroit looks like they're going to throw deep down the field. 12 seconds left over the middle. And Detroit is going to stop the clock with 4 seconds. Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Dolphins, Rams. That's the other thing. That's going to be the game tomorrow, which could be a very good matchup, man. I know the records for both of these teams, but the Rams are playing arguably the best football in that division. I know the 49ers keep on winning. I think they're 5-4. But the way the Rams have been able to move the ball offensively now that they got all their weapons back, phenomenal. That defense with Verse, I think Jared Verse, playing darn good, man. Getting pressure on the quarterbacks, being consistent in their coverage. But then on top of that, you got the Dolphins, who are, once again, now with Tua, are kind of moving that ball a lot better, more consistently down the field. And I think they're going to only get better as they kind of get back into rhythm. So with 6 seconds left, Detroit is going to try to throw the ball down the field, and Jared Goff is just going to basically spike the ball to try to stop the clock because looked like they were not getting to where he wanted. All right, so I am expecting basically a Hail Mary throw. So this is around the same distance that Jaden Daniels kind of threw the ball. It's at the 45. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw it down the field, and it's intercepted by the Houston Texans at the 2-yard line. And that'll be the score at halftime, 23-7. Yeah, man, the Rams they're looking solid, man. And the biggest surprise was you always knew that offense was going to operate pretty well because they got a good running back. They got some depth at that receiver position. The only real question was their offensive line, and it looked kind of sketchy to start the year. But, man, that offensive line has really, I think it looks significantly better than it did in the first month of football. And then on top of that, you tack on that the defense is now looking even better than they almost did a year ago with Aaron Donald. And don't get me wrong, you can't replace a guy like Aaron Donald. That's a 1-for-1 in the NFL. We're talking about a generational type of player. But I think the overall team that they have built on that defense, it took them a little bit, but they got playmakers, man. That's why they were able to trade away Tre'Davious White without any issue. They traded a 7th-round pick, but they basically got a 7th-round pick back. They were just like, yeah, we just want him off the field or off our team. But with the Dolphins, man, I think it's going to be the defense. The defense has always been the crux of how that team plays. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really watched enough of their games to really understand what that defense looks like. But I have seen the offense, and you can tell they're looking a little bit better. So hopefully they can put up a fight, man. I think they will. But what do you think, man? I mean, what's your opinion on the game? Dolphins, Rams. Oh, absolutely, man. So basically, Jared Goff has been he was picked off on the first opening drive. Ball was batted up in the air, and it got picked off by trying to think here, Jimmy Ward. And then Houston was able to drive down the field and get a score because I think they only had to go about 35 yards or less. And then Houston just kept on putting the pressure, man. They were able to get to Goff a couple times. He's had to throw the ball away, tight coverage, things like that. And then Houston was able to make it 10-0. And then finally, the Lions got something going. They did a nice long drive. I think it was, I'm trying to think, 11 plays, 70 yards, I'm pretty sure. And it went for over 6 minutes. Just a nice, consistent drive. Able to run the ball, get it, stay ahead of the sticks. Nothing major, no massive play. It was just boom, 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 boom down the field. That's what gave them their only touchdown. But since then, man, turnovers. I think they fumbled it once already. And then just been putting a lot of pressure on Goff. You can tell he's not finding anybody down the field. He's holding on to the ball, and then he's been just throwing it out of bounds. Not liking what they're seeing. Running game is not as explosive as you're used to seeing. David Montgomery has barely carried anything. And Jahmyr Gibbs, I think his biggest carry is maybe like a 7, 8 to 9 yard gain. So nothing massively explosive. I think the biggest play was a throw to Jamison Williams. I I think that was their biggest play, and that was on that scoring drive, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, man. Otherwise, Houston just tight coverage, man. They're getting pressure. They're moving Goff off his spot a lot, and you can tell like Goff is like you can tell he's like just uh openly frustrated the way he's his body language is. So you got to give it to Houston, man. They have done well, and that's without Will Anderson too. Oh, and also a nice little stat: the game-winning touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Commanders was caught by Mike Williams, the guy that basically was ostracized by the Jets and basically run out of town. So that was a nice little cap to Mike Williams' 2024 season. He went to a team that is winning. He caught the game-winning touchdown, while his former team got their butt whooped today. Oh, absolutely not, man. I picked the Lions to win in this game. Yeah, hopefully that wasn't too much detail there, but on the recap. But but yeah, man, I was picking the Lions to win this one, and part of me was like thinking I was like maybe it might be a blowout win for the Detroit Lions because Houston has not looked amazing over the last couple of weeks because ever since they lost Stephon Diggs, they're still without Nico Collins. You know, you could tell that this offense was really starting to struggle to move the ball down the field. Defenses were really starting to key in on Joe Mixon, and after that, the only guy that the teams had to really worry about in the passing game was basically Tank Dell. So it's very encouraging to see that this this Houston offense is really just putting up some points, and also they are looking very physical on defense. But what's going on with you, Chris? How's your week been, my dude? All right, looks like we are going to be starting up here in just a few minutes. So I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to grab something to drink. Hold the stream down for me. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, kickoff is about to get up. It'll be the Houston Texans starting at the 30 here after the kick goes out of the back of the end zone. Looks like Dan Campbell was has some chew in his under his lip there. Either that or he needs to brush his teeth. I don't know. And it's intercepted. And it's the Detroit Lions coming out with the first snap from the line of scrimmage. And it is intercepted. Holy cow. Detroit making a play on the ball, just driving. Stroud was looking to throw it on the out route there. Threw it way too behind, basically a little bit too much to the inside. And Carlton Davis able to drive and undercut the route there. Heck of a play. There we go. That's how it goes, man. What do they call it? Complimentary football? Oh, there's a question if he held on to this one. Oh, man, that ball definitely hits the turf and it does move, but is it enough to say he did not have possession? Doesn't look like it. Dolphins are struggling to be consistent on both fronts. Yeah, man, it's... And once again, having your franchise quarterback be out for basically what, like a month? Was it 4 weeks, basically? It's never a good thing. And it's going to be a run to the right with Montgomery. He's going to break a couple tackles, and that is a first down for the Lions, gain of 11. By far, Montgomery's best run of the night. And it'll be 1st and 10 just inside the 20. St. Brown in motion to the right. Another handoff this to the left, and it'll go absolutely nowhere. And it's always the frustrating thing, too, man. Like, especially with, I'm talking about, like, my team, the Packers. Like, the last game that they played, the defense stopping Detroit, doing a great job. And you're like, all right, got great field position. Let's give it to one of our, one of the most explosive offenses. 3 and out. Every time, man. 2nd and 11. Ball back at the 20. Goff looking, throwing it to his right, and he's intercepted. Oh, my God. And it's a back and forth affair. Jared Goff has thrown 2 interceptions in this game. And Dan Campbell is beside himself. There's definitely some hold. I don't want to say holding, but there was a lot of contact at the top of that route. But that was a heck of a job by Lassiter, fighting off Laporta basically and just adjusting to that ball in midair. Heck yeah! Oh, absolutely, man. Heck yeah, man. You get an interception. You get an interception. Everybody gets an interception here, man. Oh, man, dude, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Just when they were going to take some momentum back, their running game finally got going, too. And just the way Goff threw that, I was like, oh, there's somebody wide open down the seam. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Holy cow, man. I'm gonna look here. When's the last time Goff threw 2 interceptions in a game? It might have been this year, but if it was against the Buccaneers. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I forgot. No, he has 3 picks. He has 3 interceptions in this game. I forgot. First drive, then the other one was picked off at the end of the half, and now this one. I completely forgot about that Hail Mary throw. Yeah, the last time he threw at least 2 interceptions was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He threw 1 against the Rams, 2 against the Tampa Bay, and then finally his last one before this game was against Arizona. So he threw 4 picks in the first 3 games of the season. Since then, has been clean for the last 5 games until tonight. And they're marking the ball at the 1. That's where Lassiter's knee hit. Joe Mixon diving forward, trying to get out of the end zone. He'll get it to about the 2 or 3. Has he been picked off already 4 times? Dude, I am keep on forgetting about these picks, man. And trying to throw down the seam and incomplete, trying to get it to Robert Woods. Now, there's a lot of pressure on Stroud right now. My week has been good, man. Been good. Working, and then on my free time, I just try to set all this up, man. Trying to add some new content for you guys besides the streams, which are always fun. That way, I get to kind of talk to you guys and hang out, and then we're watching football. It's always a good time. But I know not everybody has 3.5 hours to watch a game, so trying to add some more stuff to you guys. And it's going to be thrown down the middle, and Schultz unable to haul it in, and it'll be a quick 3-and-out for the Houston Texans. So yeah, we're doing some power rankings. I'm gonna try to get out some predictions this week. So yeah, man, staying busy, man. But it's work, but it's a lot of fun, man. It's one of my favorite things to do, man. Honestly, I wish I would have started this so long ago, but you started when you started, man. Houston gonna punt out the back of their own end zone here. Finally gets the punt away. It's a pretty dang good one. It's at the 45. He's going to return it 50, and he's going to be out across the Houston 45 down to about the 44. All right, we got a 1st and 10. Single back in the backfield. 2 receivers stacked up on the left. Goff under center here. Receiver in motion to the right. It's going to be a run by Montgomery. He's able to stay on his feet after a couple tacklers and is able to get the ball to the 40. Gain of 4. So I've been racking my brain. I'm trying to think of the the interceptions that Goff has thrown. And I just remember that he got hit when he was trying to throw the ball. I thought it was considered a fumble. That's why I didn't think about it as an interception. So it was the interception on the opening drive. Then he got intercepted again on when he got hit in the backfield when he was throwing it. Basically, it popped forward, and a linebacker got it. Then the Hail Mary, he was intercepted, and now this opening drive for the Lions, he was intercepted. So there's the 4 interceptions. I thought that second one was a fumble. That's why it didn't register in my head as an interception. So, all right, see, the brain after a while, I'll find it. I will find it. Yeah, man, it has not been a good one. I think, they said coming into this game, he had 4 picks. Now he has basically doubled his interception total for the year. I mean, this is only good for Green Bay right now, man. I'm just hoping Houston can add to this lead at some point here, because this Lions team, they're gonna find ways to get through the rough parts, man. They're built to keep going, then, man. They'll grind away. They're grinding and grinding. Not winding and grinding, but grinding and grinding, right? There's a difference. All right, it looks like we're coming back from the commercial break here. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. All right, we got 2nd and 6, ball at the 40, fullback and running back in the backfield. Goff under center, fakes the handoff, roll, and he's going to throw it deep down to the left sideline. He has a man wide open, and that is going to be Sam Laporta getting the ball to the 4. First down, Detroit. All right, where was Sam here? Yeah, running down, pretending like he was going to run a corner route to the right, and then bam, just readjusted, running to the left. Was able to get the safety's hips completely flipped. Sam Laporta motioning to the left here. It's going to be a run up the middle, and David Montgomery is in for the touchdown. Simple run right up the middle, just outside the tackle. And they're going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 1-possession game. Trying to bring this deficit down to 8. It's going to be a run up the middle, and it goes nowhere. Gain of 1, and it is holding to a 10-point lead. All right, man. Let's go, Houston. Touchdown, extra point. You make it a 3-possession game, 17-point lead. And that was number 5, Petrie, who was able to bring down Montgomery after the gain of 1. He's also the guy that batted the ball up on the first drive to cause Goff's first interception of the night. So this kid is making plays out here, man. In the pass, in the run. Let's go. See, this is what primetime games should be. Obviously, you would like it to be a little bit closer, but who knows? I mean, eventually it's going to, if Houston can't keep putting up points, man, Detroit will eventually just grind away and get it close again. But, yeah, you got sacks, you got turnovers, you got touchdowns, you got big throws, you got huge runs. I mean, what more do you want in a game? Detroit kicking it off here, up in the air, and it'll be caught and downed in the end zone. So Houston has to find a way to get Joe Mixon going, man. They have not been able to get him in rhythm to get yardage, and it's not going to start now. So a gain of maybe half a yard for Joe Mixon right up the middle. All right, we got 2nd and 9, ball at the just before the 31. It's going to be a handoff to Joe, a nice little wrap around to the right, and he's going to be good for maybe 2 yards. Well, I got to give it to him. They're trying to find creative ways to get him the ball, but it's just not working, man. They're not really respecting anybody else besides Mixon and Tank Dell. Just not been able to run the ball. 3rd and 8. Receiver in motion to the left. Stroud in the shotgun. Detroit pressure. It's going to get it to the tight end. 45, 40. It's going to spin down just shy of the 35, and that is Dalton Schultz. Wide open. Let me see here. Where was Schultz? He was on the left side of the formation, running basically a double move here, trying to cut it inside. It's going to be a run, and Mixon able to get it down to the 30. All right, well, we got Detroit kind of moving here a little bit in this drive. So 2nd and 4, fullback and running back in the backfield. Nice little play action, rolling, and he's got nobody. It's intercepted in the end zone. Carlton Davis coming up with his 2nd interception. Oh my God, dude. Wide open guy, but he just got the ball there way too late, underthrew it, and Carlton Davis just coming up underneath, undercutting the route, and making a play in the end zone. Dude, you got to put more air onto that one. You got to overthrow him if you're going to do that a little bit. Texans helmets are fire, but wow, I just started watching the game forever. Yeah, man, it's gonna get interesting, man. And right now they're just throwing interceptions at this point. Nobody wants to score right now. But yeah, man, it's Houston, man, they were looking so good on that drive. If you're Stroud, man, you got to lay that ball out either further back or you got to lay it out towards the sideline. Like you were already late, you can't throw that ball short. And you can tell, man, he was expecting to roll out even more, but he just saw him there, so he stopped his momentum and he just couldn't get his feet set in time. So by the time he did, he threw the ball and you could tell he was just he rushed it just a little bit, but he was trying to make sure he didn't get, the ball wasn't too late. But unfortunately, man, you got to lay that one out further, kind of the back corner of the end zone. That way, your guy can adjust to it, but the defender still needs to get all the way out there. Just an extra 5 or 7 yards, man. Damn, dude. Man, this game is it's gonna be interesting, man. This second half is not gonna be straightforward. 6 interceptions, man. 6 interceptions, 3 in the first half, now 3 in the second. That was such a dang good route here, man. Right there, just throw it, just throw it, just throw it. You can totally tell he was not expecting. You got a lot of space to the right, man. You got to lay it out. You got to lay it out. Give your guy, get your guy in the open space, man. You can't just kind of pop it up in the middle. That is, if they can score a touchdown, that is a 14-point swing here. Houston, with that touchdown, could have made this a 3 possession game. It's going to be a toss to the right here. And Jahmyr Gibbs able to get past everybody. Had a great blocker, but unable to stay in bounds. It'll be a first down, but not much more after that. I heard Cowboys game, also a ton of interceptions. I watched only. Yeah, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think back. I know Cooper Rush, I think he threw a couple. Uh, no, Cooper Rush, he fumbled. I think he fumbled actually 3 times, maybe 4. And then Trey Lance threw an interception. I think in total they turned the ball over 5 times, 4 fumbles, and 1 interception. So a lot of turnovers so far in these games that I've been that I've been a part of. Russell Wilson threw a pick in that Steelers game. I'm trying to think who else. Looks like we got Lassiter on the sideline. He got taken out by his own player. Play action, Goff throwing it down the field, and he's intercepted again. That is 5 interceptions, and it is just 4 interceptions to start this second half. Holy cow. What is going on here, man? Dude, we got 7 interceptions. We are more than halfway to a baker's dozen, and they are just, apple turnover. Never mind. You got it. Never mind. I don't need to talk. But yeah, just a lot of turnovers in this one, man. Hey, man, you buy one, you get one free. That's how it goes around here. Actually, was able to hold on to it. That's the issue here. I think so. I think he was down. He was touched down as well. I think it's going to be Another interception for Jared Goff. 5 tonight. He had 4 coming into this game. And he hadn't thrown one in 5 games. It's going to be a toss to the left. Joe Mixon going to be able to fight for about 5, maybe 6 yards on that one. So between these two quarterbacks, we got 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. I know, man. It's just back to back to back, man. Hey, man, it's a holiday season, man. It's Black Friday. There's a sale on interceptions. You buy one, you get one free. It's gonna be a run up the middle, gain of about 3, maybe 4. So it'll be a 3rd and short here for Houston. Third and 1, ball at the 32. It's going to be a run, and Joe Mixon is just going to be able to get the first down. Gain of 2 on the play. That was a weird little pitch there. I think Stroud was expecting to kind of be like a stretch play there. So you kind of had to toss that one to Mixon. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Going to be a run. Mixon able to cut it just inside, and it'll be a gain of about 5 or 6. Carlton Davis is down on the ground. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain, but there is a flag, though. And that'll wipe away the run here. It'll be a hold on Houston. Carlton Davis is limping here a little bit here. So he's doing a slight jog off the field, so he seems like he's all right. I think his cleats just didn't dig into the turf there. But yeah, Davis has been phenomenal for them. Obviously, 2 interceptions in this half. They're going to need him here. All right, after the holding penalty on Houston, it'll move him back to the 23, so 1st and 20. And he's going to be taken down for a sack. Stroud unable to get out of that position there, man. Holy cow. McNeil, I think that's his 2nd sack of the day. Ooh. Yeah, dude, he beat that right guard like a drum on that one. Jesus. Now McNeil is down on the ground. Looks like it's a might be his jaw. It's basically touching the right side of his jaw there. So as a longtime Packer man, it's so weird to see as a Darius Smith as a Detroit Lion. So far, he's played for three teams in the NFC North: Green Bay. Then he went to the Vikings, and now he's with the Lions. So 2nd and 30 after the penalty and sack. He's going to hand it off to Mixon, who's going to gain about 4 yards on the play. And last there is heading into the locker room. So 3rd and 26. Delayed handoff. They give it to the running back, Robinson. He's going to get it down to about the 28. So once again, neither team so far has been able to capitalize on any of these interceptions. After Stroud threw the interception, then Goff threw his fourth. And then when Stroud threw another one, Detroit threw theirs. This last one. So yeah, man. And it's going to be returned, breaking tackles and making a big return. There is a flag though. Is this going to come back? And it is coming back. It is an illegal illegal block in the back. I almost said illegal push. Jeez, illegal block in the back against Detroit. So that'll wipe away that nice return. So far, thankfully, the penalties have been very few and far between. And when they have thrown them, it's been justified. So I'm just kind of happy that this game is just kind of flowing naturally, it feels like, despite the interceptions. All right. So after the penalty here, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 10 for the Detroit Lions. St. Brown in motion to the left. It's going to be a run, and Jameer Gibbs able to get just a yard on the play. And this game is kind of lingering around, man. It's my time. It's almost we're a quarter away from 10 p.m. and we're not even in the fourth quarter. All right, shotgun, two receivers to the left, quick throw, and it'll be dirted by Jared Goff. There is a flag though, so we'll see what it is. Looks like it might be on Houston here. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the call was here. I'm trying to. Okay, I think they initially threw the flag for intentional grounding, but I think they picked it up. So it'll be three receivers on the right, 3rd and 9. Goff in the shotgun. St. Brown in the slot, and they got the first down to the 30, 35, 40, cuts it inside, and he's going to be very close to the 44-yard line. That is Jameer Gibb, basically a swing route, wide open. There's only one guy that was going to be able to drop him before the first down, and he ran him right away. Heck of a freaking play, man. Fullback and running back in the backfield. It's going to be a toss to the left. And Jameer Gibbs is going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more after that. So we got Lassiter, who's being evaluated for concussion. Fotsky is questionable with a return for Houston, and Sam Laporta is questionable to return with a shoulder injury. And Sam Laporta, he is a big part of what they do, especially even down the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion to the right, and it'll be a run to the left. And Gibbs able to get about 3 yards on the play. Third and 7, ball at the 47-yard line. Goff hands it off, and David Montgomery only able to get about 1.5 yards, maybe 2. Very, very, very weird play call on 3rd and 7. Actually, that was a fumble. Montgomery was able to obviously fall on top of it, so nothing really changed there, but that was definitely a fumble. Houston will fair catch it at the 9. And we got 24 seconds left in this third quarter. All right. First and 10, ball to 19. Stroud in the shotgun, throwing it to his right, and it goes in and out of the hands of Dalton Schultz, running a corner route. Ah, man. I mean, it was a good throw. It was right where it should have been. Sorry, that's actually Cade Stover. Look at me just trying to blame Dalton Schultz. Three receivers to the left, shotgun, quick throw, and unable to get more than a yard on the play. That is Robert Woods. And that'll take us to the fourth quarter here in Houston, with the Texans holding on to a 10-point lead. Yeah, trust me when I tell you, man, Detroit Lions, they're not going to just score 13 points. They're going to put up some points here in the fourth quarter, but the Texans, man, they need to put up points. I think 10 extra points, get them to 33. I think that's going to be enough to win this game. But that means you got to score a touchdown. You got to drive down the field. And on top of that, you got to be able to kill some more clock and get a field goal. I don't think 30 is going to be guaranteed. But yeah, trust me, Detroit, they're going to put up another score here at some point. I can just feel it. All right, 3rd and 9, ball to 10. Receiver in motion to the right. Houston looking over the middle and incomplete. Great coverage by Brian Branch. God, why did he have to go to the Lions? Oh, man, why couldn't the Packers trade with somebody else? The guy is so dang good. Oh, yeah, he just making a play on the ball. So Houston will be forced to punt here from their own 10. So far, the punts have been phenomenal for both teams. See how this one is. It's going to be inside the 40, and it'll be fair caught at about the 42. Oh, dude, that Bengals and Ravens game, man, that is wild. Throw over the middle, and it'll be hitting the dirt. 2nd and 10. But yeah, man. No, yeah, I stream every Thursday game, Monday night, Sunday night, and I try to get 2 games from the earlier games on Sunday. But yeah, man, I was so excited for that Ravens and Bengals game because one, I knew the Bengals, they were playing better on offense, and I think their defense was starting to really kind of get going. And the Ravens, you know, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, they're not gonna have a bad game back to back. So I was expecting some fireworks, and it started slow in that first half. You can kind of tell that they were feeling each other out. Not a whole lot of explosive stuff, but then that second half, man, just crazy game. 2nd and 10, Goff looking, and gonna throw it underneath to St. Brown, who's gonna be good for about 8 yards. But the reason I was so excited, one, obviously those teams, the quarterbacks, the offenses, the defenses that could make some plays. But their last game, I think, went to 41-38 overtime. And I missed that one. That was actually one I was going to stream. But that was, if you look at the polls, granted, there's been a lot of posts on on the community, but that was the first time I asked basically you guys to see which one you guys wanted me to stream, and they chose the Panthers in Chicago, which ended up being a blowout. But of course, the game that I was hoping would win would be the Ravens and Bengals, and that one went into overtime. Derrick Henry broke off like a 70-yard run after the Bengals. I think they had the ball. I'm trying to think. I think they had a chance to win that one. They were in field goal range, and something happened. I can't remember if it was a fumble or a missed kick. But then the Ravens just big play, kicked the field goal, won the game. So I was expecting something similar to happen on Thursday night, and that's basically what happened. Close game. Run up the middle here, and a gain of about 3 or 4 for David Montgomery. Yeah, it's unfortunate that the Bengals are probably not going to make the playoffs this year, man, because they are a team that is going to be. It's always interesting to watch them. I think their play calling can be a little iffy sometimes. I think Zach Taylor gets in his head, but there's no denying the talent that they have on that team. And Goff, play action, throwing over the middle, and gets it to Jamison Williams, who gets sandwiched between 2 guys, and you can tell he's taking he's taking a second on the ground here. Yeah, he took a shot from, I think it was a linebacker, and then he got hit in the back by the safety. And then Goff took a shot after he let that ball go. Yep. Defender launched himself, hit him high, hit him in the helmet. So, yeah, that should have been a penalty. Should have been roughing the passer on that one. But yeah, did you get a chance to watch that game, Chris? Because that one was, man, that was an exciting game, man. That was tight. Derrick Henry looked like he was not going to have a good game, and then just boom, just busted open in the second half. Play action, Gonna get it to Montgomery on the screen. He's gonna get it to the 25, 20, 15, and he stays on his feet down to the 10. And I think they're gonna mark him off just inside the 10, down to the 9. First down, Detroit, and they are coming. I told you. This Detroit team was not gonna just stay at 13, man. They're gonna find ways to get the ball down the field. First and goal. Jameer Gibbs in the backfield. St. Brown in motion to the right. Quick throw to St. Brown, and he's got some blockers, and he is in the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Lions. Oh man, Lamar, dude, that run to the right sideline that basically got him inside the 5. At first, it was one of those where like, no, 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 no. You're like he was just driving. He just kept on backpedaling or running backwards, and then just looped around, got the edge, and just took it all the way down the field. Yeah, man, Lamar is a different kind of human being, man. There are not many guys in the NFL alone. Just talking about athletes, there's not many guys like Lamar. Yeah, Lamar is one of those guys that you root for because I'm hoping at some point in his career he can win a Super Bowl. So yeah, absolutely versatile, man. So like you think about him as like a running quarterback, a mobile quarterback, man, but he's like how many seasons does the guy need to lead the league in touchdowns? I think he led the league in passing touchdowns outright. I think in his second or third year, and then the last couple seasons, man, he's just been one of the most explosive players on the field, and that's been the case basically his entire career. But yeah, man, I don't know. I hope the guy at one point gets to the Super Bowl, is able to win it, because I think that's going to be a lot of the people that are still think of him as just an athlete. The guy is a dang good quarterback, straight up. At the end of the day, when his career is over, he's going to be one of the best in in NFL history. So, but yeah, man, it's fun to watch Lamar. It really is. So like, I'll take a guy like Lamar every day over a guy like Tom Brady, and that's not trying to talk smack. I'm like, when I watch football, I want to see something interesting. I want to see something crazy at least a couple times in a game. With the Patriots, man, it's just so slow, so methodical. It's kind of boring. Which to me, I get it. They're trying to win, but I want to be entertained. And yeah, man, anytime you watch the Ravens this season, it's been entertaining. Yeah, I think the only thing that's really going to hold that Ravens team back is that defense, which has not played to the same standard that we're used to with the Baltimore defense. Can imagine how Chase felt having. Yeah, man, no, having that kind of performance. Sorry, I think I missed your Chase one, but yeah, dude, have Chase. What was it? 269 that he had, and I'm not gonna lie, I watched that game. I did not. I knew he was gaining big chunks of yardage, but I just didn't. It just didn't register to me that he was not only over 200, but basically over 250 in that game. That is wild. Yeah, dude. Jamar Chase, man, he is. There's a reason he was picked up so early, and it wasn't just because of his relationship with Burrow. I think that helps, but the guy is explosive. Fake toss, Stroud looking down the field and gets it to his man in the middle, and Schultz is going to be out across the 45. It'll be a first down. Oh, 264. Oh, gotcha. 264. Yeah, 264, 3 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know. There's not much you can do, much more you can do as a receiver, man. It's a heck of a night. Easily one of the best receiving nights for in NFL history. That dude was just on it. And it's going to be a run to the left and very minimal gain, if any. They should have. Yeah, and I don't get me wrong, I get it. I get the thinking, you know, because you're driving down the field, you're looking good. That's Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. If they get the ball, odds are you're not probably gonna get the ball back. But I always say, especially with that, man, it's always, if it works, you look like a genius. Everybody's gonna be like, of course you go for two. You just scored a touchdown. You have the momentum. Keep it going. But if you miss it, then people are like, what are you doing, man? You were lucky enough to score a touchdown. You know, it's always one of those things where hindsight is 2020. You're either gonna look smart or you're gonna look dumb. That's kind of the risk that you take for going for two to try to win the game. Second and 15 after the penalty on Houston. Stroud looking. He's going to scramble. He's going to dive forward for a gain of about 5, maybe 6. I think Stroud came up a little bit limping. Let me see here. All right, we got 3rd and 10 here. 3 receivers bunched up on the left. Stroud trying to avoid the sack, and he doesn't. He runs into his own man, and he throws the ball, fumbles it. What are you doing, dog? And Houston unable to get anything going offensively here, man. Oh, Laramie Tunsil just completely whiffed on the block on that one. So despite Detroit having 5 interceptions here, they have also are the only team with 4 or any kind of sacks here, and they have 4 tonight. And it's going to be another phenomenal punt by the Houston Texans punter. He gets it all the way inside the 20 down to almost the 16. So yeah, looking back at that sack, Titus Young, the right tackle, was trying to strip the ball away from CJ Stroud. Like what what is up with these offensive linemen today, man? During the Dallas game, I think it was like third and something. Um, there was a fumble that Cooper Cup, the ball, he got sacked, the ball pops out, and his offensive lineman, there's two guys there. Instead of just falling down on it, he tried to pick it up and run for it. I'm like, dude, you're 300 pounds, and even if you pick this ball up, you still have to run 15 yards through almost the entire opposing defense. It's not going to happen. So what does he do? He can't pick it up, so he keeps on fumbling it, and then Philadelphia is able to fall on it. They get great field position. They score a touchdown. And now here you have the right tackle literally trying to rip the ball away from the quarterback. Like, what are you doing? It's third down. Like, once again, you're 300 pounds. Who has a better chance of being able to make a run, the quarterback or you? The quarterback. He's probably not going to get it. How are you going to get it? I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen an offensive lineman try to sack his own his own quarterback. That is wild. That is wild. All right, next Sunday we got the Cincinnati Bengals and the let's say San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers. That is, I feel like that thing is going to be with me my entire life. It's always going to be San Diego to me. Handoff to the right side. Jameer Gibbs breaks off. Gain of about nearly 20 on the play. That is a first down, and Detroit is rolling right now, man. Holy cow. They were not able to run the ball for about 3 quarters. But in this fourth quarter, they are just breaking loose. Looks like it was closer to about a 15-yard gain. So ball at the 32, first and 10. Quick throw, gets it out to St. Brown, and he's good for about 9 yards. All right, second and 1, ball at the 42. Stretch run to the right. Jameer Gibbs in the open field down to the 45 of Houston, and that is another first down. Detroit is going for it, man. They are going to take the lead here if they can keep it going. First and 10, St. Brown in motion to the right. It's going to be a run to the left. Jameer Gibbs able to break a tackle, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. So far on this drive, they have gained 15 yards, 9 yards, and what was it, 20? Dang, dude. Under 6 minutes left. Fullback in motion to the right. Toss to the right. Gibbs not going to be able to break this one. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. Loss of about 5 on that one. And that was 2020. 2002. So 3rd and 11 here, ball at the 40. They need to get it to the 29 for a first down. Goff has time, throws it, and unable to connect with St. Brown. Hit him right in the hands, but he dropped it. All right, so from here, I think they're at the 40, so it would be about a 58-yard field goal with a chance to tie. All right, Jake Bates. So far, his long of the season is 51. Kick is up. And, just inside the left upright. That thing was not moving an inch. Holy cow. And Detroit has tied this game up at 23. Dude, that thing just barely squeaked. Just inside that right upright. So at one point, this game was 7-23 Houston at halftime. They have scored 16 unanswered points to tie this game up. Houston's offense has just disappeared. Their defense has been able to force a couple turnovers in the second half, but just nothing so far, man. See, that's what football should be. Hey, wind and grind, man. Wind and grind. That's a good callback, Chris. I completely forgot I said that. I think I've been streaming too long, and I think it's we're closing in on 3 hours in this game, so I think I've streamed for close to 10 hours. You guys are catching me vulnerable right now. I'm just saying wild things during this game. All right, man. Looks like we're going to be coming back here to the game. So Houston has an opportunity to respond. They have enough time. They got timeouts. Right now, the clock is at 5:01. So it's enough time for them to respond. If they can get a nice drive going here, they can probably kill a lot of this clock. But if it's a quick 3 and out, they're going to give Detroit a chance to basically win this game in regulation. And the kick is going to be caught in the end zone, and it'll be downed. Houston will start with the ball at the 30. I think I'm going to have to set up a P.O. box at some point here. Probably going to have to. And it's going to be a run up the middle. Mixon initially stopped, but able to bounce off and get about 5 yards on the carry down to about the 35. the kicker for the Lions, Jake Bates, he looks like the most normal human being that I've ever seen on an NFL sideline. 2nd and 6. Stroud trying to find some room, throwing it down the field, and unable to connect. I think he was trying to get it to, was that Mechie? I love when they go to the sidelines, man, because they just caught St. Brown trying to spit, and it was just a long string of saliva that just got stuck. Drink water, my guy. Just drink some water. I love it when you guys, when they catch some guys picking their nose or trying to spit and it just falls right on their chin. Hilarious. Every time. Every time. All right, 3rd and 6 here, man. Houston needs to get a first down here. They cannot give the ball back to the Lions, and it's going to be a first down. And that is to Mechie, number 8. Nice little slant route on the right side. Gain of about 11 on the play. Sorry, actually, a gain of probably about 9. And it's going to be a run. Mixon not going down. Gained only about 2 yards, but darn good effort. Clock is under 3 minutes here. Receiver in motion to the left. Quick throw. And that is going to be Tank Dell for the first down. Brian Branch driving him out of bounds. That stops the clock at 2:47. Looks like it's going to be first down at about the 47, maybe the 46. 3 receivers to the right. Stroud in shotgun. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to be able to get it to very close to the 41. All right, the clock is at 2:12. They're going to have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning here. Receiver in motion to the left. Another handoff. Mixon unable to get more than about 2 yards. Got stuck behind his offensive lineman. It's been happening a lot for Mixon. And that'll be to the 2-minute warning. Here in Houston, we got ourselves a game 23-23. I don't know. What are you guys thinking, man? It's going to be tough, man. I feel like Detroit is going to get the ball one more time before this quarter ends. Whether that's, because of a missed field goal or something, I just feel like Detroit's going to have an opportunity. I'm hoping I'm wrong. We need them to lose. We need, as a Packer fan, I need them to lose so we have a little bit of a better chance to win this division. All right, looks like we are back here. We got 3rd and 4 for Houston. They are just on the edge of a makeable field goal. So at the 40, this would be a 58-yard field goal. They don't want to rely on that one. Throw over the middle and in, complete. And we have Terrion Arnold, the rookie corner. Looks like he is down on the ground, not moving a whole lot there. Stroud looking for a penalty, not gonna get one. Should have. Definitely should have. All right, so Detroit was forced to use a timeout here because of the injury. So they're gonna send out. Houston's gonna send out their kicker to try to make this 58-yard field goal. I don't know, man. I mean, I think he's made one this year from around this distance. Nope, not even close. About 8 yards wide from the left. And this gives the Lions great field position with $1:51 left on the clock, 2 timeouts. They can basically run their entire offense at this point. Freaking knew it, man. I freaking knew it. Dang it. Ugh. All right, they get the ball at the 48. Literally, they're 2 yards away from field goal range. Sorry, 2 yards from midfield. My apologies. It's going to be a run up the middle and a gain of about 4 for Jahmyr Gibbs. Down to the 48 of Houston. And Houston uses their first timeout. Again, I've never been a big fan of using your timeouts when the opposing team is not in field goal range or has the opportunity to score yet, because they're gonna run a regular offense, and the chances of them getting a first down is pretty high. So after that, you don't have any chance to be able to. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's gonna be a run, toss to the left, and Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna go out of bounds. That shouldn't be a rolling clock unless he's. I don't think did he hit the ground? Let's see here. Okay, I guess. So Houston, it looks like they're going to use their second timeout here. So knowing Dan Campbell and this team, they're going to be aggressive. I would not be surprised to see a little bit of a play action. They don't have Sam Laporta, but they're going to run their offense however they like. Look out for St. Brown, something either like a stick route or something going across the field, keeping him in motion. Yep, St. Brown underneath, nice little zig route, and that is a first down, and they are already in position for a field goal. They can run their offense however they like. Houston will use their final timeout. $1:33 left on the clock. A nice little zig route, faked like he was going in, and then went straight out. Well, the good news for Houston is that the Colts also lost today. So did the Jaguars, and so did the Titans. So they didn't lose any ground this week. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. Run up the middle, and gain of 2 down to the 35. Clock is continuing to roll. It's going to be at 55 seconds and rolling. 2nd and 3, Montgomery in the backfield. St. Brown in motion to the left. Handoff, and extra little push there. Got him an extra 3 yards. So Dan Campbell is not going to run one more play, apparently. Even though it's 3rd and 7, they could run one more time. So it looks like the referee took it upon himself to call the timeout. Dan Campbell's like, I didn't say anything yet. So we got 4 seconds left in this game, and it is going to be up to Jake Bates to win this one. He made one from 58. This is from 52, which is why I'm surprised Dan Campbell didn't run one more play to try to get an extra yard or two. Kick is up, and it's in just inside the upright, and The Detroit Lions move to 8-1, and the Houston Texans fall to 6-4. Well, gosh darn it. Ah. Hmm. It's bad enough the Vikings won. Why did what can we get one more? If the Vikings would have lost to this one, Detroit would have won. I would have been slightly okay with it. But the fact that both of those teams are ahead of us now, not happy. Dang it. And that thing just squeaked. Squeaked in. Both of his last two kicks, one on the right side was literally just inside by, probably less than half a foot. And then this one was probably about as close, if not closer. My goodness. Well, what? I think it came close to tapping the right upright. I think it came very close. I think it hit the flag at the top there. Because you could clearly see the flag kind of move. Oh, man. Well, the road is going to be a little bit harder for Green Bay after the Vikings and Detroit won this week. But hey, it's only going to make it that much sweeter when we spank them in a couple weeks. Yeah, that thing came close to just kissing that left upright. Yep. Gotta give it to Jake Bates, man. The kid, I can't remember if he's a rookie or not, but either way, heck of his last two kicks, one from 58 and then the other 52 to tie the game and then to win the game. Just a heck of a job, man. Seastrom! Holy cow is right, my friends. Yeah, Houston they didn't score a single point in the second half, even though I think they were able to get, 2 interceptions? Houston just could not move the ball offensively. Just unable to get anything going. But, man. Well, that is the game. That is Sunday. We did 3 games, close games, all of them coming to the wire. I should probably add the final score here. 26-23 Detroit, moving on to 8-1. Was watching with the oh heck yeah, man. Right on, man. Oh, that's crazy ending. Crazy ending. Got to give it to the Lions, man. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I was like, they're not going to score 13. That's not what they're going to be held to. They're going to keep on. They're going to keep grinding away. They're going to fight. Peace out, Dahlia. Peace and love. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. But yeah, man, I knew Detroit was not going to go away. And the Texans were going to need to at least score 30 if they wanted to win this one. Could not get it. Could not get anything moving in the second half. The defense finally just kind of collapsed, giving up 19 points in the second half. So it's a tough one for Houston. Luckily, all the teams in their division lost, so they didn't really lose any ground. And they still look like one of the better teams. Hopefully they can get a little bit healthier over the next couple weeks. I think they're going to be. I think next week they're probably going to be able to get Nico Collins back. He was finally activated, but he was inactive in this game. I should say he was taken off IR, but he was inactive. So he's probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks away from coming back. So I'm pretty sure Houston's going to win their division and they'll be in the playoffs. So, but yeah, man. Heck of a game. Wild. So I think that's it from me, guys, on this one. There's not a whole lot to break down, man. It was a wild game. 7 interceptions in this game. All of them happened in the first 3 quarters. So pretty crazy. Yeah, Jake Bates just freaking coming alive in the second half there to win the game for Detroit. But yeah, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Shout out to AKF popping in early in the game. I appreciate you, man. Keep rooting for those Kentucky Wildcats, man. Chris Lasso, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for always popping in when you can. It's always a great time. And I'll probably see you a little bit tomorrow, maybe for that Dolphins game. I'm gonna be, like I said, man. I'm gonna be rooting for the Dolphins, man. I'm trying to get those guys back into that playoff race. I'm hoping to see them. Shout out to Dahlia. Once again, thank you so much for popping in. And, of course, the stalwart of the chat, Seastrom. Always here. Always popping in when you can. I always appreciate you, man. So, yeah. And to anybody that was watching, I appreciate you. Please leave a like. Subscribe if you can. It's free. It's a great way to support this channel. We're going to try to get to 100. That's the first goal. And then after that, just moving on. Keep on going. And, yeah, we're not going to stop, man. We're going to do as many games as we can. I think this is my 4th week. Might be my 5th. I can't remember. Doing 5 games in a single week. We do Thursday. We do Sunday early game, the afternoon game, Sunday night, and then the Monday night games. So we're going to keep on rocking and rolling. Look out for some new stuff coming. Keep on coming out. There are going to be some power rankings in the next 2 days. I'm going to try to do predictions before that Thursday night game. Hopefully those are going to be, especially predictions, it's going to be a little bit of a short game. Just going to be rattling off what I think is going to win. You know, nothing too crazy, no scores, nothing crazy statistics. But yeah, man. Seastrom, thank you, brother. Have a good one. And yeah, man, have a great night, everybody. I hope your weekend was phenomenal. Next week, I hope it's smooth sailing as we head into the holiday season. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys get to hang out with some friends, some family. And if you guys get the chance, man, we're going to be doing some more football, especially during the Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to pop in for sure for at least 1 game. I'm trying to do 2, but we'll see. But yeah, man, thank you so much to everybody that popped in. My name is Dave. And like I always say,